say you die, Walt, say I die. I think people would attend. But if Kevin was like, it's going to be a View Askew event, like he tied something into it.
We'd get a lot more people.
A lot of people would
like
come.
Like a poker game or something.
Poker game / Vulgarthon / funeral.
Are we getting back to your body being on display in the stash?
Well, I went to see my grandmother's, Suzanne and I took a ride over. We went to see my grandmother's grave. Do you and your wife, do you have plots? Like, did you buy plots? Because I know people do that. Like in advance.
My plan is not to die.
Oh, okay.
So I don't really look into that stuff.
You don't even want to think about it,
right?
Because I'm kind of on the same page as you, Walt. Where like there's a headstone where it's like, dude born this year, died this year. His wife born this year.
Still alive.
TBA. Yeah, still alive. But it's like, eventually you're like, you go to visit the guy and you're like, someday some motherfucker's going to be carving a date in here, man.
Yeah.
Like, why? I don't get that. I would just like to leave it to other people. I would want to be a burden once I go.
Yeah.
So I could be.
You've been a burden so far.
Yeah.
When does he live?
Life, it don't matter.
A burden in life, a burden in death. That's what I wanted to say on my tombstone.
I always wanted to be cremated.
Cremated?
100%.
Or your ashes, or spread them around?
Spread.
Mm-hmm.
Cryogenics? Have you thought about that?
I told you I'm not dying.
Okay.
He's got it covered, asshole. What the fuck you keep bugging him for? Move on.
How do you feel about me being cryogenically preserved? Well, how do you feel about...
It's a total waste of your money.
Well, I'm dead.
What do you think that somebody would...
You could be giving that money to me and Walt.
And thaw you out and
I think the idea is that that in the future they'll be able to clone you a new body.
But your brain's dead.
Your brain's frozen.
It's dead.
Yeah, but they bring people back from the dead all the time.
What?
Sure, if somebody drowns in a lake or some shit like that.
Zombies and stuff.
Oh yeah, but they haven't been frozen in a tomb for 30 years though.
Sure, but I think the idea is that technology at a certain point will get to that.
They'll never solve death.
How do you know that?
What a visionary.
Because there is not a chance that they will ever solve death. Because you know what? They can't. They can't, even if somebody fucking discovered it.
Right.
You can never allow that secret to get out.
Well, they'd let it get out to super rich guys, I bet.
No.
If they figured out a way to clone a new body.
They can't.
And put the brain in.
Can't, because and then they would have to like cut your balls off then so no one can reproduce then.
Well, sterilize, not cut balls off. I want my balls. You could snip
sterilize
them.
You then too. This earth cannot support.
It can hardly support the number of people now. Let alone it's like, wait a second, none of us has to ever die?
Yeah.
But do you think it would be everybody or would it be the super rich or the people smart enough? Because you're people like yourself who are like, poo-poo, I'm not doing that. One, I'm not dying, okay? Two, that'll never happen and then they just die. It'll be the visionaries like myself who get frozen that wake up in 100 years like, whoa.
Because no one ever, so they can just take your money and they never have to revive you.
But they might. There
was no way that they would allow a scientist to bring back all people back to life. It's just not, they would never allow it.
Well, there's speculation.
What's that shit they want to do and they won't even do it? Stem cell
research.
But that's because it kills someone.
But it doesn't.
According to them.
It doesn't, right.
And because they're saying that's against God, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way they're going to allow
until that same religious wacko is like, oh my God, wait, stem cell research could benefit someone in my family. Oh, okay, then it's all right.
Right.
No, some guys are hardliners. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, but they're also not in charge of every.
That'd be Edgar. No, I have my principles.
There's abortion still, and they're against that. So if abortions are still going on, how come reviving me 50 years down the line isn't possible?
That's nobody's priority.
It is if I pay for it. You wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want to wake up 50 years from now and be like, "Whew, new body, I'm feeling good."
I think everybody would want to do it. I just don't think that it would be a good idea, though.
En masse.
Yeah, it's just too much. This planet, there's not enough jobs right now. There's not enough food on this earth. There's not enough room on this earth.
See, I'm doing my part by giving whatever job I would hold to somebody else.
So there's an opening here at 35 Broad Street, Red Bank, New Jersey. Yeah, but if you put like $100 in your bank account and then like compound interest when they wake me up 100 years from now.
That's a fucking great idea.
Boom, millionaire.
Yeah, but $1 million probably means nothing in the future, though. Like 100 years from now, $1 million's probably like having $1,000.
Like I'm back where I started.